Now this is something different. So while most of my machines are super old, probably 100 years old, most of them, some even older, my interest in the old technology doesn't end there. And you've probably all seen these Chinese steam engines and these flame liquor vacuum engines online, and to be honest, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Definitely value for money. I mean, this one here, I've already done a couple of videos on this, and I'm going to do a modification on that later, because even though it starts and runs straight away, it stops quite quickly because the cylinder heats up, and once that's got hot, the active vacuum won't work anymore. So that's the vacuum engine. It's a Stirling engine. This one, believe it or not, I've done I think I've done a short video on this one. That actually ran enough to charge a phone. It's got a little generator there, a little USB connector, and I plugged it into the iPhone. Yeah, and it charged the phone. So yeah, it runs off like 100 miles an hour. You can't really do much with the speed, but they all work. They all work. They're not expensive. I don't think so anyway. This one I think is particularly well made. It's just that it needs some cooling on the cylinder. So I'm going to do. I'm going to make up a heatsink for the cylinder. That cylinder there gets hot really quick. It's only a tiny small cylinder, and once it gets hot, the vacuum doesn't work. So I'm going to try and make up a heatsink in there and see if that extends the running time. Because when they advertise this now, they say that it's a demonstration model. Well, they say that because it'll run for a minute or two, and then it will stop, and it won't run again till this cools down. But still, it's well made. There's no doubt. You can't argue that it's not well made. Even the burner has got stainless steel wick. I really like that. But today, my one I want to run today is this one. This is another well-made one. There definitely could be some improvement. I don't think there's much balance in that crank. I think they could do a counterbalance weight there. But it's compression. And the beauty of these gas engines, there's a lot of compression there. It's even got a grading, so you can see when you adjust your flame, you can see where you are. And with this model, you can actually vary the speed, because when you move the flame away from the entrance, it does slow it down. But you can hear that. You can hear the compression. I mean, it's got a lovely beam. Lovely beam. It's got a heat sink. See, this is what I was saying on the other one. It hasn't got a heat sink. This has got a heat sink. I think they say don't run it for more than 20 minutes. Well, with the little one, you can't run it for 20 minutes. It'll run for a couple of minutes, and that's it. It will stop. But this one, it does run a reasonable amount of time. I think you have to keep an eye on all these nuts and bolts, because they can work themselves loose. But generally, I think that's another well-made machine. I'm really pleased with it. So, got a little pin there. Yeah, another nice machine. So I'm going to fire this one up, and it will run. They seem to run straight away. So let's give it a go. I haven't put too much meths in there. You adjust that. Looks not working. There you go. You sort of got to get it at the right angle. Right. Let's get that a bit closer. Just get it started. needs to be a bit closer to get it started. Oh. A little bit closer still, just to get it started. A bit more, a bit closer still. Bad. Slowly moving that flame away. It might go out. It's got a bit of there's a bit of slack in that thread. So that's it's not gone crazy speed. I think this is a good little model. It's a quick one to show the grandchildren. You haven't got to wait in the steam to get it run straight away. That flame being sucked in. So that heat sink's working. That little one would have stopped by now. That heat sink is keeping the internal air temperature low enough to keep it running. The main bearings in there, they're proper bearings, so it's not just a bush. I think it's a lovely machine. I like the graduation. I don't think it will go much slower than that. It would definitely go faster. If I've moved the flame in, it will go a lot faster. But yeah, that's here's your old technology. That'll run like that. They do say don't run it for more than 20 minutes. How often do you run things longer than that anyway? I'm not sure how much power it's got. I might put a little pulley on there and see if it'll run some of the toys. I would imagine it would. Got a little spring underneath. You haven't got to mess about with. You know these steam engines, the old ones, you've always got to fix a leak, you've got to do a bit of soldering. If you're new to steam engines, vacuum engines, Stirling engines, anything like that, they're a good option. This is a good option. But it just goes, it just runs. And that one, it's a nice little machine, but it will only run for a couple of minutes and it will stop. In fact, I'll run that again in a minute and I'll show you a little bit, I'll time it, how long that runs for. But that one's a lot bigger. I mean, there's definitely something to be said for these modern Chinese engines. They're giving it a go. I mean, you can see that's well made. That's got nice compression as well, but you can see the size of that cylinder there for that one. try and slow it down even more to see how slow I can get it, but I'm guessing it's going to die out. I was going to switch it off there anyway, so let's just see how slow, if I can get that any slower. Slow down. Well, that's a nice speed. See that? Move that out of the way. You can see that plane getting sucked in there. Let's try and slow it down even more. Controllable. I think it's probably might stop now. It's going backwards and forwards. There you are. Not bad. I don't think that's bad at all. That's the value for money. Oh, I got it off of Banggood or something like that. I mean, it was a lot dearer than these ones, but it's a lot better made. Twice the size. Twice the size. Much better made. Yeah. I think that's difficult to argue against. I could do that balancing. Keep balancing a little bit better, but you can see the piston in there, look. I'm pleased with that. It's a lovely little, it's an easy demonstration machine. Like I say, if anyone's, you know, not into steam engines or just getting new to it all, this is an easy one to start. Nicely made, easy to start. It's pleased to look at and all. I like the red, the beam, two big flywheels. You know, it is a lovely machine. I'm going to switch this off now. I'm going to fill this up with some meths, and I'll just show you just at the end how long that runs for. But still a lovely machine, but it don't run long. So give it a sec and I'll come back.